Do you know what you mean to me? Let me show you now, my love. Do you know how you have pulled me through? Boy, it is the truth, my love. I wanted to give up all that I knew. I wanted to give in, but then I met you. You opened up the door. Now life is new. Now I'm blessed by you. I'm blessed by you. You're the one that pulled me through, raised me up and made me new. Now I'm blessed by you. I'm blessed by you. You're the one that held my heart. You're the one that lit the spark. Now I'm blessed by you. Every time that I see your face, boy, it gives me faith, my love. And everything that we're walking towards, there is purpose for, my love. I wanted to give up all that I knew. I wanted to.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our special holiday edition of the Mac Arts Cafe. I hope each and every one of you are doing so well from home, and we're so happy that you've joined us tonight. We invite you to sit back, relax, kick up your feet. We're going to have a great night tonight. We have a wonderful special guest with us tonight. We have Miss Kat Bernardi, an emerging jazz vocalist, educator, band leader, composer, so much more. We have 7 talented local artists, and we are going to have a great show celebrating the creative spirit. So thank you for joining us. I'm going to start off the evening, of course, by having a moment to acknowledge our land claim. The Mississauga Arts Council would like to acknowledge that the land on which we operate is the territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and the traditional homeland of the Anishinaabe, Wendat, and Haudenosaunee nations. This territory is covered by the Upper Canada Treaties and is within the lands protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. Today, this place is still home to many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples. We are grateful to have the opportunity to live and work on this land. All right, and we'd like to take a moment as well to give some wonderful acknowledgement of our sponsor for the evening. Tonight's presentation is sponsored by Century Audiovisual, a wonderful supporter of the arts here in the city of Mississauga, and they are celebrating their 25th anniversary this year. They provide full professional audiovisual project design, management, and implementation services. At Century Audiovisual, ever evolving is simply part of their DNA. They strive to be different, to be inventive, and push barriers. They avoid black boxes or hidden costs and do what makes sense. And learn more about them and their services at centuryav.com. So we're going to show you a quick little video about Century right now. Take it away, Sherry. All right. Thank you so much to Century Audiovisual. Such a great, great company. And I'd love to shout out Colin Tyler. They're awesome. Founder. And now we're so pleased to welcome Matt Zaddy, our trusty sound man and my talented musical accompanist. Today we're going to do our rendition of one of my favorite songs that I love to sing at the holiday season. My favorite things. It's actually from The Sound of Music, but it's performed quite frequently during the holiday season. So here we go. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Sing with me from home. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm wooden mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things. So bad, so bad, so bad, but I don't know. Oh, this good old Zaddy, he's so much fun to play with. And you know, I'm so blessed that we have Kat Bernardi on the show tonight, because as I was singing that song, I was just thinking about how we've all known each other now for so many years. And I'm always so inspired by Matt and by Kat and by our colleagues that are creating, and Arlene Bakulin and Demetrius and Carson Freeman. And there's so many wonderful people in the community that, you know, you just get inspired seeing the work that they're doing. And I remember the very first time I ever saw Kat, actually, she was a contestant on one of our vocal competitions at Celebration Square that we did with the Rotary. And she's so wonderful, and you're going to see her in a minute. We are just going to do for you our Christmas song. This is a song that I composed last year. It's called Love at Christmas Time, and I composed it with a wonderful composer from Mississauga as well, Eddie Ryder, who is now Shawn Mendes' right-hand man and touring all over the world. So I was so lucky at that time I could work with Eddie and compose this song. So here we go.
Deep in my heart, I know you're the one for me.
This holiday, I know it's meant to be.
For once in my life, I find a love at Christmas time.
For once in my life, I know love's here to stay.
Deep in my soul, I feel this is just the start. The first few strokes of a perfect work of art.
For once in my life, I find out love at Christmas time.
For once in my life, no love's here to stay. Oh, the snowy weather, we fight to keep it all together, dreaming of a magic holiday. But no, I won't give in because my heart was made for your love until forever and a day. Deep in my soul, I knew you were on your way.
The perfect gift from Santa's great big sleigh.
For once in my life, I find a love at Christmas time.
For once in my life, I know love's here to stay.
Here to stay.
Oh, here to stay.
Love's here to stay.
Thank you so much, Matt Zaddy. And thank you to our audience at home. And please, I'd love to know what your favorite Christmas song is. So if you'd like to tell us in the comments, virtual audience, we would love to hear that. And we will share some of your comments throughout the evening. And now is my favorite part of the show. I am so pleased to introduce our featured guest artist today. We have wonderful Kat Bernardi, who is going to be performing for us. And Kat Bernardi is a jazz vocalist, composer, arranger, and music educator from Mississauga. Her crystalline voice and timeless style have led her to stages all around Ontario, Quebec, and into Europe. She has performed in jazz festivals around the GTA and was the 2019 TD Toronto Jazz Hotspot feature in the Downtown Markham Music Festival. Tracks from Kat's first EP, Minor Ballad, Major Romance, were featured on Jazz FM 91.1 and performed live for live audiences of upwards of 1,000 people. Kat released her EP, Let's Get Cozy, in December 2020, supported by Mac's Microgrant Award. The EP's title track was one of the top 4 picks in Canadian Beats Weekly Beatdown in the last week of December and was featured on Pop Can Radio's top 24 picks for hashtag New Music Tuesday. Kat studied jazz, vocals, and theater at Humber College and York University and continues to work with York University in a multitude of creative capacities. You can find and listen to Kat's holiday EP on all streaming services. So without further ado, we're going to bring Kat onto our virtual stage.
Hi, Heather.
Hello, Miss Kat. How are you tonight?
I am doing great. How about you?
Oh, I'm so happy you are here, Kat. I have so much respect for you and your musical intelligence. You are such a talent. I'm so pleased and proud to have known you for so many years. So it just thrills us that you are live tonight on the show.
Thank you so much, Heather. And honestly, the feeling is so mutual. And I've got to say, I love that tune, Love at Christmas Time. I was here swaying in the background to it and singing along. And Thomas Francis was playing little fills and all of the spots there between the phrases. So we just love it. Such a beautiful piece.
Wonderful, Kat. Well, we're so blessed to have Thomas Francis tonight on piano too. Hi, Thomas.
Hey, Heather.
Thank you so much for playing for us. Kat, whenever you're ready, take it away. Thank you so much for singing for us today.
All right. Hello, Mississauga and beyond. I'm Kat. Very happy to be here tonight. And I'm going to kick it off this evening with my Christmas single off of my holiday EP, Let's Get Cozy. The track is the same name. This is Let's Get Cozy. Take it away, Thomas Francis. Ooh, babe, it's been a long day. It's been a long year. My bones are aching, and I need you here. Ooh, yeah, we work so hard. We work night and day. So cuddle up beside me. It's a holiday. Let's get cozy. Let's get cozy. Let's get cozy beneath the tree. Let's get cozy, nice and toasty. Let's get cozy. It's Christmas time. The fire is blazing and the sky is black. I know it's been a while. Let's get back on track. Put on that song we love, the one about the snow. Let the music play and hold me close. Let's get cozy. Let's get cozy. Let's get cozy beneath the tree. Ooh, let's get cozy, nice and toasty. Let's get cozy. It's Christmas time. Pour me a glass of wine. Oh, that'll do just fine. Oh, it's just you and me. I planned it perfectly. So let's get cozy, yeah. Oh, let's get cozy. Let's get cozy beneath the tree. Yeah, let's get cozy. Ooh, nice and toasty. Yeah, let's get cozy. It's Christmas time. Yeah, let's get cozy. Yeah, it's Christmas time. Let's get cozy. It's Christmas time. All right, thank you so much, and thank you, Thomas Francis, for playing the sweet keys on that tune. I hope you enjoyed that. It is available for streaming on Spotify if you want to get your holiday spirit on. And I'm going to slow things down a little bit with another track from my EP. This one is a classic jazz ballad, and it's another original tune that I wrote last Christmas, and it's called Wishes in Wintertime. A wish is a hope that you cast at night when you look out far at a star, or even a dream in your longing heart. was far. A hand to hold when it gets cold, a face to kiss in the night, someone to hold me tight. These are my wishes in wintertime. A heart to love when times get tough, and arms to squeeze when it's right. Someone to tell me goodnight. These are my wishes in winter time. Wise women say that upon Christmas Day you should cast all your worries aside. Let family fill your with pride instead of trying to turn away and hide. A friend to have when things get bad, a tale to tell that's worthwhile. These are my wishes in winter time. A friend to have through good and bad, a tale to tell that's worthwhile. These are my wishes in winter
Yes. Beautiful, beautiful. And Thomas Francis, that was gorgeous. Yes. And Kat singing two beautiful songs that you composed. So wonderful. Thank you so much, Kat.
Thank you. And thank you to Thomas Francis for accompanying me. And Thomas Francis was also my co-producer on the EP as well. So these tracks are near and dear to both of us.
Oh, fabulous, Kat. And just if anyone's joining the show now and they want to find out where they can find your Christmas EP, do you mind letting us know where they can find your music?
Absolutely. So you can look me up on Spotify, Kat Bernardi, or you can find me on Apple Music, Deezer, any of the streaming platforms, also on YouTube, Kat Bernardi Quartet. Pretty much anywhere where you can stream music, you can find the EP.
Fabulous, Kat. Well, we're so happy to have you today, and it's my pleasure to ask you a few questions about your artist journey. So I'd love to ask you first about how you got your start in the music business. You are known now as a jazz vocalist, a band leader, an educator, and a composer. And did you begin your path as a vocalist, or were you an instrumentalist?
I would say I was a little bit of both. So my music career sort of started, I would say when I was in high school, I started gigging at a little coffee shop in Etobicoke. It's near Kipling Station. It's still there. It's called the Yellow Cup Cafe. And they used to have, You know it? You know it?
Oh
Heather?
yeah, girl, I know it.
Yeah, it's a great spot. I highly recommend it to anyone who wants a good place to hang out. But they had live music every Friday, and I was like 15 or 16, and I went down there one night, and they had this awesome Latin trio playing, and I was like, ooh, I want to play here. And I had never really gigged much. Like I had done the odd piano recital and guitar recital here and there, but I hadn't really performed. And I approached the owner, and she was like, well, why don't you just sit in for a tune and we'll try you out. So I was like, okay. And saying yes to things has just opened up so many opportunities, even when I wasn't really ready for it. It's all about saying yes. So I said yes, sat in for a tune, and they hired me. And I was playing there once a month for probably a couple of years. So that gave me my start.
That's so good. Good for you, Kat. I never knew that. And during that time, you were also a student at Cawthron Park, correct?
I was a Cawthron Park student. And, you know, I was playing guitar, I was singing, I was a drama kid there. So I was doing a lot of musicals and stuff. And I was performing all the time. I just never really got out there and did it, you know, professionally. So that was the first time that I had.
Oh, Kat, that's incredible. And what inspired you to write and record your own Christmas EP?
Well, you know what? I have always loved Christmas music. And, you know, I'm not a huge Christmas fanatic in the way that a lot of other people are, but it's the music that does it for me. I don't know what it is, but as soon as November hits, I'm already listening to Christmas music. And I've always loved playing holiday gigs, like the corporate gigs, the street, you know, the sidewalk gigs, anything. As you know, you do a lot of these too, Heather. But those are my favorite shows. The holiday ones, they always have been. So I knew that at some point I wanted to do a holiday album. And then last year when Mac put out their micro grants, I was like, ooh, this could be my opportunity.
Yes.
And lo and behold, it happened. And yeah, I'm so happy it did.
Oh, Kat, that's amazing. And you referenced that you're out there and you're gigging, and I can definitely attest to that. I've witnessed you over the years. You work very, very hard. I know several years too, you were putting on your own Christmas concert, your own solo concert. Like you were doing that every year.
I was doing it. I think I did it for 4 years straight pre-pandemic.
Wow.
And it was such a wonderful experience because it really gave me an opportunity to bring my theatricality and my creativity to a show, and really think about a concept behind the show, not just the songs that I was going to perform, but what was the idea behind the show. So one of my favorite ones that I did, which was actually the last one I did, was Lights, Camera, Christmas. And it was featuring a bunch of songs that are from Christmas movies. And it was in 3 different sections: animated movies, 90s movies, and then holiday classics. And doing stuff like that was always really fun. And we also used it as a way to collect some canned food donations for Mississauga Food Bank as well. So it was a fun way to give back at the holiday season too.
That's awesome, Kat. And so you're like very like industrious. You'll create your own events, you know, and your own opportunities, and you have kind of this business mindset. So where does that come from in you, Kat? Because I really admire that about you. I know you go for opportunities. You're not afraid to be seen and to like, rah, go for it. So where is that coming from?
Well, I think it comes from a few different places. I think just I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit. So I remember when I was like 10 years old, my sisters and I were collecting like dried leaves and dried rose petals and stuff and making little air fresheners and selling them to our neighbors. And we used to have interesting little businesses like that we did. But also growing up, we had a family business. My dad and mom imported food from Italy, and it was sort of a family business. Yeah, we used to, you know, do trade shows, and I was a sample girl at Pusateri's, giving out samples for olive oil and stuff like that. So yeah, so it's sort of in the family. We definitely have an entrepreneurial spirit.
You do. You're such a hard worker. And your sister as well is a wonderful makeup artist and has her own business. But I remember when she did my makeup, she was like, I don't work as hard as my sister. And I know how hard you work, Kat. And, you know, people see you as, you know, in front of a band or as a vocalist, but people might not know that you're actually a very, very talented pianist as well, an arranger and an educator. And there's so much that goes into your musicianship beyond just your vocal ability. So I think that's something that I really, really admire about you. And I think it's a real strength that you have. And I'd love to ask you, I read in your bio that you've performed in Europe, which is so exciting. Tell us where you performed in Europe.
Yes, well, it's actually a lifelong dream of mine to do a tour in Europe. I'd love to go through France and Portugal and Spain and Italy, but I have not yet done the European tour. I'm hoping this will happen at sometime in the near future. But I have had an opportunity, thanks to the grace of friends and family and community members. I have performed in 2 small towns in Italy, in Toscana, where my family's from, and they were sort of like just nice outdoor little concerts in the summer, in the town square in the piazza. So I did it in a little town called Limano, and I did another one in a little town called Casoli, and I just loved it. It was wonderful, and it was great just to have the support of the community and to get to meet and chat with people from a different place that that isn't Canada, because I'm used to performing in Canada. This is my home. This is where I've played my whole life. So it was cool to do it somewhere else.
Oh, I was just imagining you doing like a jazz Italian album like Cat Ciao from Italy or something as you were referencing
It's gonna
this.
happen, Heather, at some point.
I could totally see you, Kat. And Kat, I was driving once in the car in Meadowvale and I was listening to, of course, Jazz 91.1, Jazz FM, and I heard your live interview, which was so great to hear the support from Jazz FM and to hear you sounded so great on the station. Tell us a little bit about that and what that was like to be featured on Jazz FM.
It was so cool. That was great. It was actually a film critic named Tom Ernst, who had a show called Real Jazz on Sundays, where he would feature jazz music from films. And we had met through a couple of events that we did at the National Club on King Street. And he had me on for the show. And it was a wonderful experience. It was really cool. I think it was the first radio interview I had actually ever done. And I was really I had done podcasts, but it's different because it's not live the way that radio is, right? So it was a great experience, and I loved it. And I felt really honored because Jazz FM is like the jazz station in Toronto, right? And Heather, you've been on Jazz FM, and it's like such a big deal as a jazz artist to be featured on like the station in your city. So it was an honor for me.
Yeah, it was amazing, Kat. I remember I pulled over. I was driving on Meadowvale and I just pulled over to listen to you because it was so amazing. And it was like mainstream time. It was like prime time when you were on. So it was so excited. And I'm so happy that you had that platform, for your budding career. And, you're doing so many exciting things and you're teaching and performing and releasing new music. So tell me, Kat, the future is very bright. If you could work with any artist that you admire, let's just imagine absolutely anybody, who would you like to collaborate with?
Well, this person unfortunately has passed away, but if I could collaborate with anyone, I would collaborate with Natalie Cole.
Oh my God, me too.
She's wonderful. She's your person, Heather?
Oh my God, I always listen to Natalie Cole, and I was just listening to her this week because I love some of her arrangements and I watch her. That's so cool that you said that. I didn't know that, Kat.
Yes. I love Natalie Cole. And I don't know if I've ever told you this story, but I had a chance to see her live in the Toronto Jazz Festival a few years ago. And I bought tickets for my dad and I, because my dad also loves Natalie Cole so much. And he's the one that introduced her to me. But unfortunately, she couldn't make it in that night. There was crazy weather in New York and she couldn't fly out. So we missed it. We were there, but she wasn't able to come. And then maybe a year or two later, she had passed away. So I missed my one chance to see her live, but who knows? The world's a vast place.
Yes. And it's a very small world.
It is. I mean, Natalie Cole did an album with her father who had passed away too, right? So through the power of technology, there's always a way to make these collabs happen.
Oh, I love it, Kat. That's so beautiful. And I would love to have a moment as well to tell people your website if people want to find out more about Kat Bernardi, where they can go.
Yes, thank you so much for that, Heather. So you can check out my website. It's www.katbernardimusic.com. You can also find me on Instagram at @katbernardimusic. And you can find me on, as I mentioned before, Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, all of the streaming services. My holiday EP is up there, as well as a couple other fun tracks that I'm featured on.
Fabulous, Kat. And on the show, we've got a mix of, experienced performers, and we have people that are just starting out. We've got all kinds of different artists that perform on Arts Cafe. If you have any advice for our younger artists that are starting out, maybe they don't know which steps to take, and this can be a bit of a tricky business. It's a fabulous business. It's so much fun, but you have a lot of good experience. Do you have one piece of advice for our young people today?
I do. And I think it sort of ties into what I was saying a little earlier in our interview, which is just say yes. Even if you think you're not ready, you think like people will tell you practice, 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 practice every day, practice every opportunity, lock yourself in a closet and practice. And yeah, like, cool. Yeah, do that. But also say yes to the opportunities that come up. If you have an opportunity to perform in a week and you're like, oh my God, I don't have songs, figure it out. Get your songs together. Make it happen, say yes, because you never know which opportunity is going to lead you to the next one. So just say yes, take a chance, take a risk. The worst that happens is you don't have a show that's at 100%. Maybe you have a show that's at 75, but big deal. Your next show will be at 85. The show after that will be 105. Who knows? But just say yes, take the chances when they come.
Whoa, see this, Kat? Good advice from Kat Bernardi. I love that because each artist has their own inner workings, and each person has different things that are inspiring them or they have in their own spirit. So I love to find out what's inside Kat Bernardi, behind your beautiful brains and behind everything that you're creating. You're such an inspiring, talented young artist. And Kat, we're definitely going to keep our eyes out for the exciting things that are to come for you. Thank you so much for your time today, Kat. I wish you could stay on the whole night.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's truly been an honor, and I can't wait to hear everyone tonight. And I loved your performance, Heather. And I guess I'll be back a little bit later to say hey. But have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much, Kat. See you later. Ciao, ciao. Oh, what an inspiring artist. I just love Kat. And, it's just so great to talk to her and get a few of those little inside pieces of advice from Kat. It's so great. We can all learn so much from each other. There's like gems of wisdom that I get every day just talking to my fellow artists or mentors or younger artist students. There's so much that we can constantly be learning from each other. And I'm so pleased now to take a moment to introduce our next artist who will be back on the Arts Cafe for the second time. We're so pleased to welcome Suki Baga. That's right. And Suki is returning for the second time to the Mac Arts Cafe show to sing some winter tunes. She began singing at a young age and grew up with many different cultures with influences from R&B, Bollywood, Afro-pop, and everything else. She is currently making her own music and sharing her voice on her Instagram under @SukiSings. She will be performing Cardigan by Taylor Swift and Winter Things by Ariana Grande. Let's welcome Suki onto our virtual stage.
Hi, Heather.
Hello, Suki. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, our pleasure. We're so excited to welcome you back. And it was so great to have you last episode for the very first time. I hope you had fun.
I did. It was a great learning experience for me. So I'm back for another round.
Oh, wonderful, Suki. Well, whenever you're ready, we're so excited to hear you perform.
Perfect. Thanks. So I'm starting off with the song Cardigan by Taylor Swift. And here it is. Vintage tea, brand new phone, high heels on, cobblestones. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. Sequin smile, black lipstick, sensual politics. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. But I knew you, dancing in your Levi's, drunk under a streetlight. I knew you, hand under my sweatshirt, baby, kiss it better. I And when I felt like I was in no cardigan under someone's bed, you put me on and said I was your favorite. A friend to all is a friend to none. Chase two girls, lose the one. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. But I knew you, playing hide and seek and giving me your weekends. I knew you, your heartbeat on the high line once in 20 lifetimes. And when I felt like I was in no cardigan under someone's bed, you put me on and said I was your favorite. To kiss in cars and downtown bars was all we needed. You drew stars around my scars, but now I'm bleeding. 'Cause I knew you, stepping on the last train, marked me like a bloodstain. I knew you, tried to change the ending, Peter losing Wendy. I knew you, leaving like a father, running like water. And when you are young, they assume you know nothing. But I knew you'd linger like a tattooed kiss. I knew you'd haunt all of my what ifs. The smell of smoke would hang around this long. 'Cause I knew everything when I was young. I knew I'd hate you for the longest time. Chasing shadows in the ghostly line. I knew you'd miss me once the thrill expired. And you'd be standing in my front porch light. And I knew you'd come back to me. You'd come back to me. You'd come back to me. You'd come back. And when I felt like I was in no cardigan under someone's bed, you put me on and said I was your favorite. Thanks so much. So that was the first song. It's one of my favorite songs by Taylor Swift. And then the next one is going to be Winter Things by Ariana Grande, and it's on a ukulele, and I love this because it's super Christmas vibes. Let's hope I don't get an ad on the karaoke. I did get an ad. That's the thing with using YouTube. Let me change my sheets. Okay. So again, this song is Winter Things, played on the ukulele, and I hope you enjoy. It ain't even cold outside, not where I'm from. Feeling like it's mid-July, under the sun. My jacket don't get no love, no hats and no gloves, not even the chance of rain. But my baby's in town and we're gonna do some winter things. Hell, I wanna pretend we're at the North Pole, turning the heat into an ice cold holiday made just for me and my baby. Ooh, my baby's in town and we're gonna do some winter things. Hey, take me to the ice skating rink downtown. Even though it's 100 degrees, gotta get out. Ain't no ice and no chill, no snowman to build. Most of our friends at the beach, but my baby's in town, and we're gonna do some winter things. Hell, I wanna pretend we're at the North Pole, turning the heat into an ice cold holiday made just for me and my baby. Ooh, 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 my baby's in town, and we're gonna do some winter things. Hey. Just imagine that we're laughing in my cabin, chilling by the fireside. Even though this sun is blasting, we can be wherever if we visualize hell. I wanna pretend we're at the North Pole, turning the heat into an ice cold holiday made just for me and my baby. Ooh, my baby's in town, and we're gonna do some winter things. Hey. My baby's in town, and we're gonna do some winter things. Na, 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 na. That's my second song. Thank you so much for listening.
Yay, Suki, that was beautiful. You look like you were having so much fun.
Thanks. Yeah, I love this song. It's my favorite song.
Oh, and that's an Ariana Grande song, correct?
It is, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Is she an artist that, like, if you could work with one day, you'd like to meet her or sing with her?
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I would worship at her feet. Yes.
That's awesome. What do you admire about her, Suki?
I like her as a vocal artist because she uses a lot of different parts of her voice. She does like whistle notes, she can hit alto notes, soprano notes. She has just amazing range and also kind of that Broadway background. So yeah, I like how she can do different genres.
Oh, amazing, Suki. Well, you have beautiful vocal ability yourself, and you are just a pleasure to listen to.
Thanks so much, Heather.
And for people that are watching the show, if they want to find out more about you so they can book you for some performances,
Yeah. Yeah, I
where
mean,
could
again,
they go?
yeah, my Instagram is always open. It's at Suki Sings. You can definitely send me a DM, a message, and I will just, reply right back.
Fabulous. Well, thank you so much, Suki, for performing for us today and sharing your talent. You were always welcome back on the Arts Cafe, and we hope to see you very soon.
Thanks so much, Heather.
Bye. Yay, that was a beautiful performance. I loved hearing Suki, and it's always such a joy to hear new voices and to have the circle, the community of artists expand, continually evolving and growing. It's such a joy. And I'm so pleased to introduce another artist who's making their Arts Cafe debut. This is so exciting. We have Matt Vaughn. Matt Vaughn is a Toronto-based Canadian singer-songwriter who quickly became a name often on the lips within the Toronto community, ever since garnering attention with his collaborative brother-sister project, Sarah Jordan and Matt Vaughn. From a young age, Matt was surrounded by the love of music. Both his older sisters studied music, playing multiple instruments and singing around the house, inspiring Matt to begin studying the acoustic guitar at 8 years old and quickly excelling in his studies and blossoming into a musician. And in no time, Matt quickly developed into playing multiple styles of music, ranging from classical guitar to electric guitar, as well as performing at many competitions, festivals, and local performances in the Toronto area before turning towards songwriting and composing his own songs. He will be performing covers and originals for us tonight. Let's welcome Matt to the virtual stage.
Hi, Heather. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for having me again.
Oh, our pleasure, Matt. We're delighted to have you today, and we're so happy to hear that you heard about Arts Cafe. You want to come
Yes.
perform for us today? Tell us, Matt, what will you be performing today?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be singing two songs. The first song is gonna be a cover song by Ed Sheeran. It's called Shivers, and the second one will be my own song. I wrote this song about in April, and it's called "Help with Something." So
Beautiful. Take it away, Matt. Have fun.
enjoy it. Thank you so much again, Heather. Hi, Mississauga Arts Cafe. Thank you for having me here today. My name is Matt Vaughn. I'm going to be singing two songs. Again, the first song is called Shivers by Ed Sheeran. Hope you guys enjoy it. Ooh, 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 ooh. I took an arrow to the heart. I never kissed a mouth that tastes like yours. Strawberries and then something more. Oh yeah, I want it all. Lipstick on my guitar. Ooh, fill up the engine, we can drive real far. Go dancing underneath the stars. Oh yeah, I want it all. You got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. I wanna kiss your eyes. I wanna drink that smile. I wanna feel like now my soul's on fire. I wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, you got me singing like, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. When you close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. When they say the party's over, tell them bring it right back. You won't say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. When you close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. When they say the party's over, tell bring it right back into the car. On the back seat in the moonlit dark. Wrap me up between your legs and arms. Oh, I can't get enough. Yeah, you know you could tear me apart. Ooh, be back together and take my heart. Wrap me up between your legs and arms. Oh, I can't get enough. Yeah, you got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. I wanna kiss your eyes. I wanna drink that smile. I wanna feel like my soul's on fire. I wanna stay up all day and all night. Yeah, you got me singing like, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. When you close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. When they say the party's over, bring you right back and they say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. When you close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. When they say the party's over, bring you right back. And baby, you burn so hot, you make me shiver with the fire. You got this thing we started, I don't want it to stop. You know you make me shiver. You burn so hot, you make me shiver with the fire. You got this thing we started, I don't want it. Don't stop, you know you make me shiver. Yeah, you got me singing like, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. When you're close up, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. When they say the party's over, bring it right back. We'll say, ooh, I love it when you do it like that. When you're close up, give me the shivers. Baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. When they say the party's over, bring it right back. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Whew, that is a hard song to sing. So many words and so little time for that one. Let me just have some water. So that was my first song. My next song is going to be a song that I wrote. This song I actually wrote this song back in 2019, and it's kind of been in the works for a while, but this past April, I finally released it. It's on Spotify, Apple Music under Matt Vaughn, and this song is called "Help with Something." I want to shout out my mom and dad here as well, because this song is for them. So when I sing it, I often get very emotional, and sometimes I cry too. But I just want to say, Mom and Dad, thank you so much for all you guys have done for me, and I love you. This song's for you. It's called Help With Something. Ever since I was a little boy, you showed me the way. You taught me how to learn and how to love and what to say. Ever since I left home, these memories come rushing like a dream. I can't help but wonder if you were here, what would you say to me? Mama, can you help with something? Ooh, got lost along the way. Pops, I need your loving. I want you here to stay. I've been changed, badly bruised and lost. Without you, I need to hear your voice in me tonight. So, Mama, can you help with something? Ooh, got lost along the way. I can't help but keep the pictures and curse every change. There's something in the shade of filter, the weight of the frame. The memories start fading. It's like we don't know each other's names. But this love was brought to us. Now let's keep it in this family. Mama, can you help with something? Ooh, got lost along the way. Pops, I need to love me. I want you here to stay. I've been changed, badly bruised and lost. Without you, I need to hear voice with me tonight. Mama, can you help with something? Ooh, got lost along the way. Mama, can you help with something? Mama, can you help with something? Don't be holding on to nothing. Don't be holding on. I've been changed, badly bruised and lost. Without you, I need to hear voice with me tonight. So, Mama, can you help with something? Got lost along the way. Sorry, guys. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's beautiful, Matt. That was so beautiful. What a nice song for Mom and Dad. Wow. What was the name of that song again, Matt?
That song is called Help With Something.
Help me something. Beautiful, Matt. That was so great. Like good for you as a composer as well and songwriter that you're able to like write a song for your parents. That's like a big goal of mine, but it's so big. My emotions for my parents are so big. The love is so big that I can't even like go there yet. Like,
Yeah.
so that it's very, very powerful that you captured that. What
So much.
inspired you to write that song about your parents?
Well, I mean, I wrote that song back in 2019, so it's kind of been in the works or kind of on the back burner. But I always wanted to kind of write a song that was more suited for like my kind of style. So and like most songs too nowadays are more based off of love or relationships, right? With like boy meets girl. But for me, I kind of wanted to focus more on the family aspect of things and write that song for my parents. So
That's very, very powerful. It's powerful too, coming from like an adult male,
yeah,
so like saying you need your parents in a different way. And like, it's very powerful when like men sometimes expose those emotions or go there. It's very vulnerable and it's very powerful. And you remind me so much
yeah,
of a wonderful singer-songwriter from Mississauga
yeah.
who it should be still a Mac member named Carlo Coppola. Do you know Carlo Coppola?
I I know Carlo Coppola. Yeah,
You know Carlo Coppola. You look like his son. I'm like, this
really? Oh, really? Oh my goodness.
you remind me so much of Carlo. So
Means
that's
so
so
much.
cool.
Thank you.
Does he kind of mentor you at all or?
Actually, I played some shows with him. I think it was at the Chin Song Festival where
Nice.
we shared the stage. Yeah, so
We definitely have an Italian theme
I love
here
that.
going tonight because we
Yes,
have Kat Bernardi. Of course, she's full Italian. We have Elisa Malatesta. We have you. And I'm also a
thank you so much.
splash of Italian. I'm so
Oh, you are
proud of
really
that.
nice.
I had a Nonna Filomena. And then we had our ancestry DNA done recently, and it revealed that my dad is like, 5% Italian or something. But we're
Oh
so
wow,
proud of that.
me too.
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, Matt, for everyone watching out there, including myself, what's
Yeah,
your Instagram? How
yeah,
can
for
we
sure.
find out more about you?
Yeah, for sure. So, find me on my pages. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at Matt Vaughn Official. That's MattvonO official as well. And I do have my own stuff as well on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes. That's under Matt Vaughn as well. And so far, I have released 4 singles, so they're all on Spotify and Apple Music. So,
Wow. Well, wishing
and
you continued success, Matt. It was a beautiful, beautiful song, and we hope that we can have you back here on the Arts Cafe.
definitely for sure.
All
Thank you
right.
so
We'll
much
see you
for
soon.
having me.
Buon
Thank you.
Natale.
Buon Natale, Merry Christmas.
Ciao,
Happy
ciao. He looks just like Carlo Coppola, guys. If you Google Carlo Coppola, he looks just like his son or like brother or his cousin or something. It's just, he was making me think of this other wonderful, talented songwriter. Maybe Carlo could be a guest for us one day, perhaps. Anyway, I am so pleased to do something different we've never done. We are going to show a video now by Elisa Malatesta, who is very passionate, wonderful singer, songwriter, performer here from Mississauga, a proud MAC member. And she has recently released a new song. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Elisa and what she's up to. Elisa Malatesta is a Canadian recording artist from Toronto and has been releasing music for more than 20 years. She has 2 albums and 9 singles available on all digital platforms. Her single featuring Salisbury, called Love's Destiny, was featured on radio stations in Canada and the UK, as well as Crying to the Moon. Elisa just released an original Christmas song that she co-wrote with the talented Matt Zaddy. Oh, I don't know him, called Christmas in My Heart. So without further ado, let's have a watch of the new video.
Hi everyone, Elisa Malatesta here. Thank you to Mississauga Arts Council for having me part of the last online open mic show of the year. I can't believe that we're almost at the end of 2021. I hope everyone had an exciting year despite all the challenges we've had through the pandemic. But I'm so happy to be here. Mississauga has been very supportive of us local artists, and Heather, I am so glad to be here, you know, with you and you hosting, and it's been amazing. The song I'm going to be singing for you is one that I just recently released. It's an original song that I co-wrote with fellow musician Matt Zaddy. We were working on the song over the summer, and we also shed a few tears since it's in memory of my grandmother, who I lost in June. So I hope you enjoy Christmas in My Heart.
It's rush hour and I'm still not done, pushing my way through the crowd. Time is ticking and I need to run. Those gifts won't wrap themselves. Can't stop thinking of you and me, with family round the Christmas tree. Your spirit is all around. Your Christmas in my heart. You'll always live inside of me. We're never apart. Beautiful and so dear. I'm never lost 'cause I know you're near. Always kind and so sincere. We'll never part. Your Christmas in my heart. The magic that the season brings fills my heart with songs to sing. Help me make the season right. The night is clear, the stars inside. Though I know you're here with me, I see it now so perfectly. Your love for family. Your Christmas in my heart. You'll always live inside of me. We're never apart. Beautiful and so dear. I'm never lost 'cause I know you're near. Always kind and so sincere. We'll never part. Your Christmas in my heart. Setting my mind at ease, remembering all those memories we had together every year, singing and praying for all to hear. Your Christmas in my heart will always live inside of me. We're never apart. Beautiful and so dear. I'm never lost 'cause I know you're here. Always kind and so sincere. We're never apart. Your Christmas in my heart. We'll never part. Your Christmas in my heart.
Thank you all for joining, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I look forward to see you all in 2022. All the best. This song here is really one of my favorites, and I find it so much fun to sing. I hope you enjoy Santa Baby.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa baby, a 54 bottle go to light blue. I'll wait up for you, dear Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight.
my Christmas list. Santa baby, I want a yacht, and really that's not a lot. Been an angel all year, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa honey, one little thing I really do need, the deed to a platinum mine. Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Santa cutie, and fill my stocking with the duplex and checks. Sign your X on the line, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Come and trim my Christmas tree with some decorations bought from Tiffany's. I really do believe in you. Let's see if you believe in me. Santa baby, forgot to mention one little thing, a ring. I don't mean on the phone, Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight. Hurry down the chimney tonight.
Beautiful job, Elisa Malatesta. Thank you so much for performing for us today. And Elisa, you can check out the great work that she's doing. She's all over the socials, and you can find her music as well on all digital streaming platforms. And we've got a few comments from our listeners from home telling us their favorite Christmas songs. From Frost, his favorite Christmas song is "Baby, Please Come Home." Thanks, Frost. And Mike Jaguar, wonderful artist, community supporter. I've got my love to keep me warm. That's the name of that song. And I'm sure Matt Zaddy will tell us his favorite Christmas song. Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, also known as the Christmas song, is Zaddy's favorite Christmas song. So feel free to tell us in the comments below what your favorite Christmas song is. Yes, and we've also got some exciting news from the Mississauga Arts Council. They're always developing new things, new programs, and we are so pleased to tell you that we are asking you to mark your calendars for a new online video production featuring 7 talented Mississauga hip-hop artists. And this will be happening on Thursday, January the 20th at 8:30 p.m., streaming live on the Marty's Hub YouTube channel. So that sounds very, very cool. And I might ask our show producer, Sherry, to share a link in the comments with more information about that hip-hop event. Very, very cool. Well, we're so pleased to carry on with the show tonight and introduce our next artist. We have a very talented vocalist and writer, and also a very talented journalist. We have Vanessa Batera, who's going to be performing for us. Vanessa is a piano-based singer-songwriter from Mississauga. Since she was a child, she has been drawn to powerful women in music and has always wanted to write her own songs. During her time at school, she continued taking music lessons while expanding her creative vision. She is proud to be able to blend her poetic and musical talents to create interesting melodies and chord progressions. Let's welcome Vanessa to the Arts Cafe.
Hi, Heather. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, our pleasure, Vanessa. It's so great to have you on the Arts Cafe, and I love your sequins.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is the most Christmassy thing I own. Either with Christmas colors, you either go down the red route or the blue route, and like you and I are opposites tonight.
Oh, I love it, Vanessa. And Vanessa, you're such a talented writer. I was so impressed by that article. You wrote an article on Matt Zaddy, and it was so wonderful. And where can people find your published stories?
So some of my published stories you can find on Onside Media, the onside.ca, which is where I write, and that's what I do to pay the bills and stuff. I also have a vocal page where I write poems and creative articles where I just write about whatever I want, because my boss tells me like don't write about controversial things, which I'm happy to not do that, but on my vocal I do whatever I want.
Wow, that's awesome, Vanessa. You are such a talented writer. Like
Thank you so much.
I've heard your songs and they're so impressive. And then just to read your journalism also, which is another art form in itself, was so strong. I was really, really impressed. So good for you for writing, and keep up with that. And speaking of which, Vanessa, which of your songs will you be performing for us?
I'm performing 2 originals. One of them is called Loved by You, and the other one is Freezing Season, which is already on Spotify.
Fabulous. Well, whenever you're ready, Vanessa, take it away and have fun.
I shall. Hello, everyone. I'm Vanessa Butera. This is a song called Loved by You, and this is inspired by people watching over the last, I would say, 6 years. Yeah, just very beautiful people who inspired various things, and it's gonna get colder soon, so this is for any of you who has like a little crush that wants to keep you warm. Sometimes they're painful, but sometimes they're fun. Anyway, this is Loved by You. You struck me like a vintage find I never seen anything like. You struck me like a city dream in the middle of nowhere. You got a universe inside of you, a magnetic pull in your every move. I think about you more than I should, and I see myself being loved by you. I've been thinking about what it would be like to be a girl. There's a place in my mind where you and I share the same world. Hand in hand, take me all the way to your edge. We love each other freely, no rules and no boundaries. I want to talk about the universe with you and do what unconventional lovers do. I got a lot of love inside of me, and I see myself giving it all to you. I can't seem to deny the spell of your hypnotic vibe. You live rent free in my mind, and if you want, I can make you mine. You're so punk rock, so mellow and cool. No one makes 90s weekend quite like you do. Do I drive you wild too? Take my hand, leave the mundane. My heart will never be far away. But my love isn't all there is. And if there's nothing between us, you'll be more than free to choose. Your happiness matters too. You got a universe inside of you, and I see myself being loved by you. If you choose, I've been thinking about what it would be like to be a girl. There's a place in my mind where you and I share the same world. Thank you. This is my first and so far only song that I have on Spotify, and it's a winter-inspired song about feeling like you're stagnant and in an ice age, like professionally or emotionally speaking, or creatively speaking, specifically. And this is, like I said, it was my first song on Spotify, and it was about when I wasn't inspired to do music. I just wasn't driven to do it. And then once I became driven again, I was afraid that that cycle would repeat itself, that I would go through the same ice age again. And this song, writing this song, it gave me hope that not that all ice ages come to an end. They thaw at some point, and inspiration sees the light of day again. So this is Freezing Season. Every winter brings the fear of when my bones were cold as stone. The ice age had taken over me. No flowers left to water, no future to nurture, so I kept the weeds of my mind alive. Ooh, I cried in icicle tears with no hope and no fears. Ooh, that I'd be frozen here at the end of all these years. Nowhere to rebuild myself this freezing season. I lose track of the days. The sun goes down after I wake. The snow is blank, no lines to read between. Too cold to feel connection. I exist in one dimension at all, with no ending in sight. Ooh, I cried in icicle tears with no hope and all these fears. Ooh, that I'd be frozen here for all eternity. Nowhere to rebuild myself this freezing season. Awake but no longer dreaming. For so long my soul has been sleeping. When the inspiration sees the light of day, that will be when the freezing season ends. Ooh, no more icicle tears, without faith and no more fears. Ooh, I won't be frozen here for years and years and years. Someday I'll rebuild myself and I'll be free. Thank you.
Very nice. All
Thank you.
right.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Am I up on? I think I just touched something here on my computer. Can you guys see me okay?
I can see you. Yep.
Okay. All right. We've got like all these different contraptions here, and I just pressed a wrong button, and all of a sudden the
That's
show
always-
went away. Thank you so much, Vanessa. That was a beautiful, beautiful
Thank you.
performance and so much emotion in your writing and in your songs. Tell me what inspires you to write? Is it first poetry or a musical idea?
I would say 9 times out of 10, it's definitely poetry. And once I get the words out on like a page, and if I want to turn it into a song, then I usually find like the right melody and the right chord progression that goes with that poem, and then it's like a back and forth between fixing the words to fit the melody that fits the chord progression. Occasionally, I'll write I'll write like a piece of music with Darren Flower from Dandelion Music and Arts, and then I'll add words to it. But usually, it's poetry first.
Oh, that's awesome, Vanessa. And we wish you continued success with all of your writing and your creative endeavors. You're a very, very creative artist. I
Thank you so
admire
much.
that about you. You're always working and making different, projects and works of art. So thank you so much for sharing your talent today. If people want to follow you on social media, do you mind telling us your handles?
Of course, yes. So on Instagram, my handle is at Vanessa Butera Creative. And I also have a Spotify that has just one single under Vanessa Butera, but in the new year, more singles and an EP will be coming right up.
Oh, that's so exciting, Vanessa. Well, thank you so much for performing
you.
today.
Thank
And
you so much for
definitely
having me.
we'll stay in the loop with what you're doing and we'll be watching you.
Thank you so much, Heather. Much love to you.
Oh, thank you. We'll see you soon, Vanessa.
Bye.
Awesome performance. I always love listening to Vanessa's lyrics because she's got such deep lyrics. If you listen to the content there, very powerful and very emotional writer. So thank you so much, Vanessa, for coming on the show tonight. And we are so pleased to welcome Melanie Cabral back onto the Arts Cafe. Melanie is an 18-year-old singer-songwriter from Mississauga, Ontario. She began singing at the age of 10 and started singing with the Portuguese community at the age of 14. She co-wrote and released her first single, Broken Lights, in 2019, and released her two singles, Unspoken and Far Away from Home, earlier in 2021. Let's welcome Melanie.
Hello.
Hello, Melanie. How are you doing today?
I'm great, Heather. How are you?
Oh, I'm very well. And thank you so much for coming on the Arts Cafe today. Tell us, what will you be performing?
Yes, so I'm going to be performing 2 Christmas songs because it's my favorite time of year, so I never miss up an opportunity to sing a Christmas song. So I will be performing "Oh Holy Night" and a jazz rendition of "Let It Snow."
Oh, that sounds awesome. Take it away, Melanie. We can't wait to hear you.
Thank you. So as I mentioned, my first song will be "Oh Holy Night," and I hope you enjoy. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night divine. Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angel voices. Oh, night Thank you, everyone. So my next song will be a jazz version of Let It Snow, and I hope you enjoy. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but that fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I've brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. 'Cause when we finally kiss goodnight, oh how I hate to go out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, and on the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying. Oh, my dear, we're still goodbye. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. 'Cause when we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate to go out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, on the way home I'll be warm. And the fire is slowly dying. When my dear we're still goodbye. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Yay! That was so good, Melanie. What a
Thank you.
performance. And oh, holy night, like you sounded so beautiful singing that. But us singers know it's a very hard song to
Very.
sing. So
Yes.
good for you. You sang that so beautifully and with
Thank
such
you.
delight.
Thank
And
you.
then your nice jazz song after. What a great performance. You sing that like you have, life experience much older than you are. I was like, she's singing this song like she's 32
Yeah,
or something.
actually my first time performing a jazz piece. I've never performed a jazz piece before. I wanted to try something new.
You own that, Melanie. That suited you
you.
so well. I'm so happy to hear you've never done jazz before. It's a special night. We should toast you after. Well, Melanie, for our audience watching from home, how can they find out about you or follow you on the socials?
Yes, of course. So you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, all at Melanie Cabral Official, which is put on the screen. Very lovely. Yeah, and you can DM me if you have questions, or I have a bunch of covers posted, so you can just check me out there.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Melanie. Beautiful job. We're wishing you continued success with your studies and performing, and we hope to see you back on the Arts Cafe soon.
Yes, thank you for having me. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Wow, that was so great to see her sing jazz for the first time. That makes me have like a proud mama moment, even though I'm not her mama. I feel, just I love to see young artists try new things and express themselves. And she performed with such delight. So many of our artists tonight, you can tell that they just relish the art of performing, and you can see how much they're enjoying themselves. And that's so infectious for us as the listener to watch artists, just doing what makes their heart truly sing. And I'm so pleased to tell you, we've had a few inquiries about this upcoming hip hop event that the Arts Council is doing. And we don't have a link quite yet to share, but if you do follow their social media platforms, you will be able to find out more information about that hip hop event that's coming up in January on the 20th at 8:30 p.m., featuring several Mississauga hip hop artists. Well, I'm so pleased to tell you we have another new artist to the Mac Arts Cafe who is making their debut today. We have Jamie Jakobitzak. I hope I'm saying that right. Jakobitzak. Taking influence from rock outfits like Blink 182, Jimmy Eat World, and Treble Charger, Crooked Forest is the independent project of multi-instrumentalist and music producer Jamie Jakobitzak from Woodbridge, Ontario. Self-produced and home-recorded, it's melodic, it's aggressive, and unapologetically honest as it tackles issues of society at large with snappy quips and crunchy guitars in a no-holds-barred DIY fashion. Jamie will be performing 2 songs off her new solo acoustic EP, Justum Chrismum Lansum. I'm so sorry if I said that not correctly. Let's welcome Jamie to our virtual stage.
Hi, Heather.
Jamie, I'm so sorry. I don't want to butcher your beautiful name and your beautiful name of your EP. Would you mind clarifying that for us?
No problem at all. You did pretty well with my name. My name's Jamie Jakobitzak. It's Polish, so don't feel bad.
Okay.
And the EP is called Jestem Szywnym Lażem.
Okay,
which
well,
I don't
that is
expect
a little hard
to remember. So don't worry about that. You can find it on my website.
Wonderful. Well, Jamie, wow, you are such an accomplished artist and producer. That's so impressive. Thank you so much for performing for us today. What are you going to be performing for us first?
Yeah, thanks again very much for having me. I'm going to play 2 songs. One is the first single off of Jestem Szywnym Lażem. It's a song called Driveway, which is a very personal song to me because it details a friend of mine who unfortunately passed away just over 10 years ago by suicide when he was only 21 years old. I only wrote the song last year after reflecting on it for a long time. But it's my favorite song off the record, and it's a large reason why I put together the EP entirely. So I'm really excited to share it with you. And the next song I'll be playing is it's actually not on that EP, but there is a rough demo of it on my YouTube channel, and it's called Tradition.
Fabulous. Important topics to be writing songs about. Thank you so much for your courage. We look forward to hearing the song.
Thanks very much.
Years to the day I'll hold it in. I keep it safe and cannot in the driveway of Pool Street still sings. And 10 years to the keep it with me, replace the brakes, oil the chain, and engine idles in the driveway.
the pencil to the page, and never to trace a deep rest and a dotted eighth. Breathe it in here with me. Tell me what to say. I let it ring. I let it ring. Why wait? Why wait? Years to the day I hold it in, I keep it safe. 10 years to the day I hold you close, I take you with me. And 10 years to the day I hold it in, I keep it safe. In 10 years to the day I hold you close, I take you with me. Replace the brakes, oh, the chain and engine idles in the driveway. Replace the brakes, oh, the chain and engine idles in the driveway. Thanks very much. That song's called Driveway. This next song is this is my version of a Christmas song. It's a little. I tend to write songs that are more for the other holiday crowd, the one that is maybe not having the greatest time around the holidays. But I hope it's not a downer for you. This song's called Tradition, and it goes like this. I remember they fell slowly that day. Shimmering off the rooftops as they placed themselves upon them as if to say good morning. It's normally too warm to say it's no so early, and I should be smiling, but I'm not excited. And now I draw a blanket till about 6 p.m. when I'm at another dinner table with some relatives from the next room. She sneaks a glance. Is she alright? Does she need a hand? Takes turns away, afraid of him. Her face grows hot as she plays with the food. One for the books, yeah, it's how it looks. One for the books, yeah, it's how it looks. See, I'm the youngest, but I'm not that young. And I know that something is wrong, but no one will say what's going on. So I tip tiptoe back home, up the stairs to the last open door. Don't make a sound though they're all awake. Something is wrong but no one will say. Cradle my legs as I drift and dreams. Morning brings it all back to me, and I start to wish that I could just stay asleep. Yeah, I'm the youngest, but I'm not that young. And I know that something's wrong, but no one will say what's going on. And I'm getting anxious for the reason I'm already having trouble sleeping, overwhelmed, I'm faking fever, so many questions, I evade them back under the covers of quick fix reaction. I'm not suicidal, but I get how it happens. Nothing to hold, no composure, a knock at the door, no reaction. Yeah, I'm the youngest, but I'm not that young. And I know that something is wrong, but no one will say what's going on. Yeah, I'm the youngest, but I am not that young. And I know that something is wrong. Thanks very much.
Yay! Thank you, Jamie. And Jamie, if people want to find out more about you and listen to your music, where can they go?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm on all sorts of social media, like all the main social media channels, but the best place to find absolutely everything is to go to www.crookedforest.ca or Instagram and Facebook at Crooked Forest Band. I'm also on Twitter. I released 5 EPs over the last year and a half, so there's a lot to dig through, so feel free to take your time and let me know what you think.
Wow, 5 EPs over the past year and a half? That's a lot. Wow.
Yeah, it feels like a lot, but I feel like there's still so much more to go.
Aw, amazing. Well, thank you so much for stopping by the Arts Cafe and performing for us today, Jamie. We hope to see you soon.
Thanks very much for having me. Happy holidays.
See you soon. Happy holidays. All right, everybody, we have one final performer up on the Mac Arts Cafe tonight, and we are so pleased to welcome back to our virtual stage Miss Dion Grant. Dion is a Canadian jazz singer and musician. The release of her debut CD called I Met Him in New York is a collection of an original song and standard jazz songs, sung in a style created by her own interpretations of jazz music. Dion is currently working on original music for her second CD. It will be comprised of gospel, jazz, and some contemporary jazz songs mixed with a little swing, poetry, and Afro-Cuban music. Without further ado, let's welcome Dion back to our virtual stage.
Hi, Christine. How are you?
I'm good. Hello, Miss Dion. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Okay, that's great.
And I love your holiday festive attire.
Oh, yes. I love yours too. We're both wearing red. Christmas is my favorite time of the year.
Oh, wonderful, Dion. Well, thank you so much for performing for us today. We'd love to know what you're going to be singing.
Oh, well, it's Christmas jazz songs. Surprise, surprise. The first song I'm going to sing is What Child Is This? And the second song I'm going to sing is My Favorite Things.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, take it away, Dion. We can't wait to hear you.
Christine. What child is this who lays and rests on Mary's lap, is sleeping? Just breathe with that time sheet while shepherds watch are keeping. This shepherds God and angels sing. Haste, haste, haste to bring him Lord, the baby, the son of Mary. So bring him incense, gold, and myrrh, compassed kings to enthrone him. The King salvation brings, let loving heart receive him. Praise, praise the Son, on high the virgin sing her lullaby. Joy, joyful Christ is born, the baby, the Son of Mary. This is Christ, the King, whom shepherds guard and angels sing. Haste, haste to bring him Lord, the baby, the Son of Mary. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles, warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things. Green-colored ponies, crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells with snitsels and noodles, while geese fly to the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses, satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and my lashes, silver by winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dawn bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling blue, simply remember my favorite things, then I don't feel so bad. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling blue, simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so blue. Raindrops on roses, crisp apple strudel.
Dion, whoa! Woo! Beautiful.
Thank you, Christine.
Did you have fun, Dion?
I did. These are my favorite songs, and like I said, I love Christmas and I love singing Christmas music, and I love singing Christmas jazz. It's my favorite time of the year.
Oh, beautiful. And you're so good at playing the piano while singing. It looks so easy when you watch people do it, but it's
Yeah.
actually very, very difficult to like hold down the rhythm. And you do that so
Oh, thank
effortlessly.
you. Practice, practice, but it's something that I enjoy and I love spending time doing it.
Oh, beautiful, Dion. Well, Dion, for fans out there that want to follow your music career, they can find you on Instagram, correct? And on
Yes, they can
Facebook.
find me on Instagram. They can find me on Facebook as well. I'm mostly on Instagram.
All right, Dion. Well, we wish you all the very, very best. Thank you so much for sharing your talents and your gifts tonight.
Oh,
And we
thank you,
hope,
Christine. Thank you for having me. I certainly love performing for Mac. So
oh, no
thank you again.
problem. And Dion, I should tell you, my name is Heather Christine. I should have told you maybe like a year ago. Sometimes people call me Christine, but it's Heather Christine. So just,
Okay, sure, Heather Christine. I'm sorry about that, but
oh,
thank you, Heather Christine, for having me. And I still enjoy performing at Mac.
oh, well, we hope to have you back very soon, Dion.
Thank you, Heather Christine.
All right, we'll
Merry
see you
Christmas.
soon. All right. Thank you so much for that awesome performance tonight. We'd like to thank all of our artists for coming on live on the Arts Cafe, performing virtually, and sharing your gifts, your talents, your inspiration, and your joy. I saw so much joy tonight, starting with wonderful Kat Bernardi, our featured act. I saw so much joy in her face perform tonight as she was performing, and then that joy was passed along to all of our artists today. We would like to take a moment to thank the Mississauga Arts Council and our talented producer, Sherry Murray, for producing this show. And we've been now running for a year and a half. And I'd like to tell our audience we will be taking a little break in January and we'll be back in February. So to all of the artists that are looking to start out the new year and go after those goals and come and perform on the show, just keep your eyes peeled on the Arts Council's social media platforms. They will be announcing when auditions will open once again for our February Arts Cafe. And we will also be announcing who our next featured artist will be. Oh, and I just got good news from our show producer that our star performer tonight, Miss Kat Bernardi, is here. All right, we're going to put Kat on the program.
Hi.
Hello,
Hey,
Kat.
Heather, I'm back. Hi, everybody. That was such a wonderful show. I actually had it going on my desktop, and I was listening to everybody. And then, of course, I was so wrapped up in Dion's performance that I almost was late getting here. So,
no
thank
worries.
you so much for having me back. This was a wonderful evening.
Oh, our pleasure, Kat. You were so wonderful. And thank you as well for giving us some good insights, some good tips. You mentioned earlier in the show that it's a good thing you've had a good experience is just saying yes to new opportunities. Don't worry if you're not 100%, prepared or you don't sing Italian fluently like I don't, but I took those Italian gigs anyway. So you were telling
You said yes.
I said yes. I might have made up a few Italian words, but the Italian seniors didn't care. It's okay. So, Kat, I'd love just for our audience watching, was there one last piece of advice or something that you have done for yourself in your life that's really helped you as an artist? Is there one thing particularly that has helped you on your journey?
You know what? I would say in addition to the saying yes and taking risks, I would say, don't take everyone's feedback and everyone's criticism to heart all the time. Some people have great tips and have really, really good insight, but some people are just negative Nancy's and there's nothing you can do about it. So don't take that to heart. If you have some people that, that give you negative feedback or to tell you, maybe this isn't your thing. I mean, that's one person's opinion, right? But if you love what you're doing and you are committed to this, just keep pushing ahead, because I can tell you that I had a lot of rejections and disappointments, in my teens and early 20s. And I didn't let it stop me. And I've had way more yeses than nos by this point. But if you let those no's get you down, you'll stop there and you'll never really see how far you can truly get. So just keep pushing ahead and take the feedback that you want to take. You don't have to take all of it.
That's such good advice, Kat. I remember when I was young too, and like auditioning for musicals and professional things, I would get so psyched out because there were so many other young girls or whatever auditioning for the same roles. And I remember thinking to myself, how can they all have the thing that I have too? And I think the thing is, it's like the older you get, the more that you trust that that's the truth for you. Like you're a performer, you're a musician, that's your truth, and you live your truth. That I think it gets a bit easier as you get older and you keep persevering. It just becomes more like you feel more grounded and secure in your own truth. I don't know. That's how it feels for me. But Kat,
Exactly.
thank you. Thank you so much, Kat. You're such a light. You're such an inspiration. You're so talented. I've adored having you on the show, and we would love to have you back again sometime. And we're definitely going to keep our eyes peeled on all the exciting things to come for you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I always love being part of Mac Arts Cafe, and you do such a phenomenal job hosting, Heather. You're amazing. From your mini sets at the beginning to the way that you interview people, you do such a wonderful job. And to everyone at Mac, thank you so much for your support. And I'm so excited for all the amazing things that Mississauga Arts Council is doing.
Yay! Well, thank you, Kat. And we'd like to thank everybody. Thanks again to our valued sponsor, Century Audiovisual. They are amazing sponsors, long time sponsors of the Mississauga Arts Council, getting behind artists and helping us to have this promotional platform. So a big thank you to Colin Tyler and his whole team. Thank you, Century AV, to the Mississauga Arts Council, all of our artists. We will see you in the new year. So get those New Year's resolutions written down, and we are going to be, having a great year and making some new goals come true. We'll see you guys soon. Happy holidays.